Mount Olympus
so
calling
Obi
in to
bringing
Niggerdom.
in some
Testing,
munches.
testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me,
It's
nigger?
in the
All right.
stuff, like,
All right, all right, all right. I woke up in a very 50 Cent mood today. Like,
Man, that could be good or bad.
I don't know. I started off with I'm supposed to die tonight. I started off with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, that's hard. Cause I'm still mad about the flex shit, bro. I'm still mad about that shit.
The flex
Like,
shit. What flex shit?
Oh, flexing on Conway.
Excuse me?
I know you've seen it. I know. Oh, you ain't see that? Oh, damn. We did not talk about that last week.
No. Excuse me?
Flex went on a rant pretty much insulting Conway and Griselda, like, and shit. Like, what he's saying is in so many words, he don't acknowledge them. You're like, yeah, what they doing is cool and all, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't make music for the clubs. They don't make, music for this or whatever and shit like that. When you're like, I'm just not fucking with it like that. Conway went on like a whole live rant on Instagram and shit. Just like, what? Like, y'all some whack ass old head, like, gatekeeping DJs and shit. And y'all seeing some shit y'all ain't never seen before. Like, real hustlers, real street niggas that's really teaming up on some super friend shit pretty much to come up and get out of the hood on this huge mega movement. And y'all just hating, like, y'all just refuse to show love. Like, but you know what? Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all gonna see. And yeah, that's what happens, bro. And like, apparently it's supposed to be deaded now because Conway did a freestyle for
I know
Flex.
It's deaded. I know it's deaded.
Yeah. Conway did a freestyle for Flex that released yesterday or this morning. And I was just like, Flex is corny, bro. Like, I tweeted about it. I'm like, this nigga's been completely irrelevant and on some bullshit for the past better part of a decade. Yeah. Why is anybody even still paying him attention to anything? Look, fam, Angie ain't in the motherfucking clubs, bro. You know what Angie do after she leave Power 106 or Power 105? You know what she do? She go home. And if she leaving the crib, she coming out to get paid.
That's a fact.
And it ain't to go in no club no more.
No.
Aunt Angie is Aunt Angie, nigga.
I think her son, Angie for a while.
Exactly. I think her son is damn near old enough to where he almost is in that realm to where she could become Nana Angie. So it's like,
I think the nigga's older than us.
Her son? No.
Yes.
No. He's younger.
Her age.
He's younger. You know, like he's a young,
much?
Like I think about like 4 or 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, because she had her son in like the 90s, but was it the 90s or early 2000s? I think it was early 2000s.
4 or 5 years has got to be the 90s.
I would say it was like early 2000s. So it must have been
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so like he's younger than he should be an adult though, by like 2021. Probably like around that. If not graduated for sure by now graduated high school. Like, 2022. But yeah, like why the fuck
hear me fine?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hey, Flower Bud, my guy.
Where do we eat at?
We on Twitch right now. Hey, yo, my bad, bro. I ain't been on here in forever. Life has been kicking my ass. Sid, mind if you join the podcast? You can join the listen for the moment. You can join the listen because we got some shit to kick tonight and we gonna get to it. You feel me? I miss y'all. I miss the fuck out of y'all.
If you miss them so much, serve your audio dope like a respectful pusher would.
Motherfucker, I've been trying to get this money and get my life together. I'm gonna get back to
hey, there's a whole
that's what I'm getting to.
If you got a whole audio brick in your hand, you got a whole audio brick in your hand, you flip that audio brick to your audio fiends, nigga. And that's how money comes in.
Nigga.
This is how you can tell he was a very poor drug dealer.
Hey, I wasn't a poor drug dealer. I was lazy. It's a difference.
That means poor. That means poor. The one thing that you don't want from somebody that's trapping is like poor performance.
I mean, define poor performance. If I show up on time when most niggas don't even answer their phone, is that poor performance?
Look, you can't be lazy in the trap game and apply to the 5 P's, nigga. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, my nigga. You dig me? You dig me?
I almost caught your ass with 6, but all right.
You know, I see this nigga trying to
been practicing that shit in the mirror all week.
No, nigga, I live by it. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, my nigga. God damn it.
Sound like you heard a pimp say that one time and you was like, you know what? If I'm gonna be pimping, that's what I gotta remember.
You know what? I think that's a way to if you are any profession, especially if you pimping, you should be prepped. You should be prepped.
I feel that.
You should be. Matter of fact, I respect the pimp that had back in the day that had all like you see like the doctor shows and shit where like the head doctor come in and talk to like all the nurses and everybody on the floor. You know what I mean? Like that prep talk 100 and shit, and make sure everybody know what they're supposed to be doing before they go out there to the streets.
Right.
I respect that pimp because he's preparing. He's like, look, bitch, I'm gonna have you 3 corners down. All right. Well, I already know that's a rough corner and shit, but I gotta switch you out because my other bitch didn't call it in sick. She fell down a flight of stairs 7 times. I have no idea what happened to that bitch, but she can't be there right now. So you own this right now. The rest of you bitches don't be hating because that's some big corner right now. You need to hold your corner down. Mind your business, Tiffany. Mind your motherfucking business. Now, and be like, now, hoes, let me check y'all purses. Make sure there's some like there's condoms, Plan Bs, and ecstasy in each one of them purses. Okay, we good.
Nigga said Plan B and ecstasy.
Nigga, you can steal that bar too. You can steal that bar if you want it. And bitches, go out there and be great.
Flower Bud, please tell this nigga he's retarded.
It's okay. I know, bro. I already know. I'm like a pimp named Slickback when he called his grandma in front of mans and shit. Like, I know where all my hoes is at.
Nigga said, I know where all my hoes is.
Yeah, I know where all my hoes is at. Matter of fact, click. Bitch, where you at? I'm getting your money like you told me. Okay, thank you, grandma. Click. There you go. We back to the business. That's proper pimping. Like that's preparation. That prevents poor performance.
I feel that. See, but the only thing with that is it's only good in action, nigga. Execution is key.
Yeah, but if you prepare properly, then you will be more likely to succeed when execution.
Niggas freeze up. Niggas freeze up.
That just means you just ain't meant for this game, homie. Maybe you're not meant to be a pimp. Maybe you're not.
Sometimes you just soft out here, man. Sometimes you just soft out here.
You're not built like Iceberg. You know what I mean? You're not built like that, and that's cool.
Sometimes you just soft.
Sometimes you are. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to go work at McDonald's, you know what I mean? And serve McFrappes and shit. The pimp game may not be for you.
Hey.
Drug game may not be for you. Podcast game may not be for you.
It's not for everybody. But who it's for? It works for. So I had to get in and get out and do what I did. Do what you do. Do what you do when you do what you're doing and do what you did. You did.
You added that shit in there 2 more times just to make it sound more sophisticated and like clever and shit. And I'm like, I know what you did, but I did.
Do you know what I did?
Nigga, I know you a long time, bro. Yeah, I know.
You don't. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know for sure.
I was just telling Mrs. Ortega earlier. I'm like, I know this nigga, like, known your ass so long. When we doing the podcast, I can tell. I know the exact moment when you get like litty, like when it happens. Like,
no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you
every
do
time.
Not.
Yes, I do.
You might know the moment where I'm tired and my body goes like,
no.
Oh my God.
When the liddy kick is different from your tire kick. It's completely different, bro. We've done 215 episodes of this shit. I'd have known you for over 10 years at this point. Like,
hold up. We got a first time chat from review.
Hey, shout out to you, person.
But listen, totally not dressing. Flower Bud, help me out here. Totally Not Dressed said, all right, listen, guys, I ain't the one using Zoom no more. What the hell's going on here? Motherfucker, suggest a different platform and show me how to put it together, because this is the only way I know how to do it, sir or ma'am. Discord. Yeah, I don't know how to get him on the screen on Discord. I'm ancient, motherfucker. I was born in the 90s. I'm old. I don't know how this shit works.
Discord needs to update their systems, to be real with you.
Saying,
that's the reason.
Man.
Matter of
you
fact,
know
we
how
tried
much research I did to make this Zoom shit work. That's
I'm gonna say, hold up now.
I'm not that old.
I'm gonna say, we tried the Discord shit. That shit failed miserably. We spent like 2 days on that shit.
Failed in the actual 90. Come on, man. All right. Well,
shit.
I guess it's not an excuse to be old.
Look, you want your audio brick or no?
Hey. Well, I need a step-by-step tutorial or a video link in the chat as to how I can properly use Discord to do this, because I would love to. That way I can add people in like Flower Bud. That's why I had to tell him no, can't join the podcast. He can just listen for right now, because that's all I know how to do is have 2 people on this motherfucker on Zoom. So please help me out here, Mr. Born in the 90s. I'm sorry. I'm trying to come on, man. We're trying to make it better. Chapter 2 coming soon.
Haven't all of us been born in the 90s though?
No, he said I was born in the actual 90. And I said the 90s because, we weren't born in 1990. So
no,
93. So 90s. It's a different.
First off,
I guess it's all the 90s. But
I'm just gonna keep this 100 now. Like, I kind of feel insulted, like, because it's like, yo, we was born in the 90s. We not old. Just because it's like
old enough.
No, I'm serious. Just because motherfuckers feeling sensitive because they 24 and they still get ID'd when they have to go buy a pack of cigarettes. Like, yo, just because niggas are 30 like and shit, it's not old. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you just not old yet, nigga. That's how I feel. Like, you just not old yet.
He said, Jesus fuck, I can't tell you how to do that shit right off top. But how are you guys? Hey, youngster, you better be shh right about now. I was born in 1990. Relax. Hey, it was 93 over here. He's not that much younger.
Youngsters.
Hey, we all OGs, though. I feel like you was born between 90 and 95 at this point. We
big homies.
You old. Yeah, you old. You uncle.
You big homie. You're not OG.
Uncle. You either a daddy or an uncle, and you about to be a granddaddy. Wait till you hit the 40s.
You big homie. You 30, you big homie, bro. Like that's crazy. OG by 30? Hell. OG though. Nah.
That's a fact. We are like, all old in comparison to the new wave of streamers. That is a fact.
And we talking about like 40, 45. New wave of streamers, I look at all them niggas like babies, but they are. I mean, that is babies.
Yeah,
like
for the most part.
Even if we look at how this is, like how we got to this point, they babies. They didn't do the blog talk. They didn't do the blog talk radio shit.
They didn't, but the babies is running shit. Even the baby is running shit. Lil Baby is running shit.
Hold up now. Hold up now. We need to pray for Lil Baby right now, bro. Pray for him. Like we need to pray for Lil Baby. The baby, I think he getting money again, so good for him.
Well, we got to pray for Lil Baby. What happened?
Because there was rumors and speculation this week, being the rumors on the YSL shit. They might implicate Lil Baby in upon that Rico case, and it's like, dog. Like, I feel bad because I fuck with Lil Baby, bro. Like, I fuck with Lil Baby. So it's like he just really got his stride of getting money. You feel me? I don't feel, and I'm all for all my peoples getting money. You feel me?
Facts.
Get your bread up, fam. And then and if he gets implicated in that, it's like fuck. Cause the nigga talented, bro. Everything, you know what I'm saying? The nigga's talented, bro. And if he get thrown off the game like that, that shit's fucked up. That's how I feel about it. Like on the
I
real.
mean, as sad as it would be to see, as sad as it would be to see, I don't think it would be that crazy necessarily. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it would be crazy, but it's like it's something I don't want to see because if he has to or does plead guilty and shit, an implication to a RICO case, nigga, you at least got to sit down for a 5-piece. And it's like the nigga just got out before he got on. So it's like you want to just keep seeing the nigga run and you know what I mean? Run, fly, whatever the fucking metaphor you want to use. You know what I mean? And that's like, damn.
Oh, we're talking about Lil Baby. He said, well, I have no idea what the dude on the right is saying. Jose, ? But I agree. Yes, it is Jose. A RICO case, ? For whom? Lil Baby we talking about. And Young Thug and Gunna and all of those niggas. And he said, who the fuck is Lil Baby? All right, where are you from?
Dude, if you gonna read every fucking message, are we gonna have this conversation or not?
I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. Where? Oh, he's from Finland. Okay.
Shout out to our people across the pond and shit. Maybe Lil Baby ain't famous yet, but over there. But he will if he doesn't go to prison for 5 years. Yeah. But that's a part of the whole thing. Matter of fact, introduce yourself so we can actually get into some shits of something today. Yeah,
I think that'll be a good way to go. Well, for those of you that don't know, shout out to the first time viewer from Finland. IB's the one and only Busy 9-3. What did that mean? It means sometimes they call me the motherfucking Kango Don. Sometimes they call me Kwame Khalifa. Sometimes they call me the Crooked Court Jester, and or I believe in the halls of Valhalla there's a jersey hanging with the name Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slayer on it. And god dang it, I've been running through the southern United States slaying these white women like crazy. So much so, if it was a different time period, it'd string me up. Anyway, sometimes they call me Captain Dr. Science, and I tend to have a lab coat on from time to time, but today I'm wearing something a little more comfortable. Had to rob a nigga from Michigan State to get this, but you know, we got it going. And Grand Theft Auto. There we go. And by a nigga, I mean my older self, my younger self. There we go.
Gotta walk that back really fucking fast.
Forgot we on Twitch.
It's terrible. Terrible. Don't implicate yourself in none of this stupid ass shit. Hail from the home of bitchin' tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealing. A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, aka and also known as the one and only Tito Lee, coming down with the crane kick. Wah, you feel me? Also known as Lil O. You feel me? When we talking about the Lil O, you feel me? Had to bring that Lil O, aka Joey Leveris, also known as Lil O. I'm surprised no one stole that. I'm really surprised that isn't actually legit little. All satire aside, like real shit like that. I'm surprised that missed everybody. Like, come on, bro. You like for real, aka the Kush Crusader. You feel me? Shout out to all my stoners across the globe. Shout out to y'all across the pond too. Smoking when you know what I'm saying. It's not even legal in your country, bro. Fuck with y'all. Still got to do it the illegal way. God damn it. And you know what I'm saying? And also, and finally known as the one and only Super Tech Mojo. And nobody beats Joe. God damn it. It is Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, episode 215. House of Spades Media. We in this bitch.
Hey, should we go by the AKA Baron Tony? Because I think it's pretty weird that this guy from Finland just said, I think I'll call y'all Baron Tony. First off, how the fuck would he know that that's one of my nicknames? Second off, you got some Tony Montana vibes. I give him that.
No, I you know what, man? The only reason I say no is because my brother's name is Tony. Like, so it's like,
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, my brother's legit name is Tony. So it's like, nah. But which Tony though? That matters. Like Tony Montana or like 2 Chainz Tony? Because that's 2 types of Tony.
He just said Lil Baby sounds like an illegal name for any artist. I think I'll call y'all Barry Tony. Tony speaks fast and he looks high as fuck.
Always, always. But all right, to the shits of what the conversations is of today. What has been good, my nigga?
Man, you know we've been out here. Like I said, shout out to Flower Bud in the chat. Shout out to the new first time viewer, man. I've been out here trying to be IRL like a motherfucker these last 2 weeks, so I ain't really been as digital as I should have been. Let's say.
Have you been mourning the retirement of your mans?
No, I have not. I have actually been disappointed. Well, in a way. In a way.
And by his mans, I mean Vince McMahon, the former now CEO of WWE. He's a very big supporter. Very, very big supporter.
Well, I'm a supporter of the WWE, not of Vince.
What? Those are lies. There's episodes. There's episodes on that.
I said he. Well, that's kind of why I'm kind of fucked up.
I would say no. There was some lies and slurping in there from you.
You're right. Let me get my point out. Vince is racist as fuck. Fuck Vince. All of that. But I say I'm somewhat mournful because I'm a fan of the WWE. I am a fan of the things Vince McMahon has done in business, minus the shit that's going on right now. That's not the things in business I'm talking about. I'm talking about actual business being done. So I say I'm kind of fucked up about it because if you think about it, the man did so much in his field that the end of this road should have been a parade. Now you should have got nigga in your own Hall of Fame and other niggas Hall of Fame for being the greatest, one of the greatest to ever do it, if not the greatest. But you done fucked it up because you couldn't keep your fucking dick in your pants, or at least not consensually. Like Jesus Christ.
You know, I rejoiced in this moment. I rejoiced. Yes, I rejoiced. I got on the top of my car and I yelled.
Hand me the letter.
And I yelled at the top of my lungs. Thank you, Blood Gang Black Tino Jesus, for delivering justice on this weak ass motherfucker. And I got off the call. And then I went back in the house and smoked the joint. But justice has been served. Now, has it been served all the way through? No. Of course not. No. I feel like in moments of this, the women who have been implicated in this should receive, should be reasonably compensated. One, and two, he needs to pay 50% reparations of his fortune to black people.
50% of his, he hasn't even employed that many people.
I feel like that should be like a real sentencing down on the on rich white folk, especially rich white folk that we consider or knowingly racist. You got caught up on some bullshit. Oh, guess what? You got to pay that person, and 50% of your earnings go to black reparations.
I don't know how that helps.
You get your fucking act together, won't you? There, won't you?
If that's a threat, maybe, but considering he's racist, yeah. Yo, I think I said that on this podcast before. I'll never forget that time that motherfucker slapped that dude rag on and said, "What's up, my nigga?" I was like that shit happened on like SmackDown.
Look. I didn't like the man off jump. So I really don't give a fuck about him, his, I guess, come ups or transitions upward. I don't care. Fuck him. That's just how I feel. But the fact that he is a racist asshole on top of that, yeah, 50% of your fortune goes to black reparations. You still got the other 50. No one broke you.
That's a fact.
But 50% of your shit goes to that.
nobody ever proposed that where it would work. and what's the name? Not Dread. Just to get this out the way real quick, bro. Yeah, he can't see the chat. I'm the only one that can see the chat because we're logged in on my page. So if he could see the chat, he would acknowledge it. It's just I have to acknowledge it for everyone because I'm the only person that can see the chat currently. It's part of using Zoom. But yes, nigga, that nigga Vince is. I mean, what do you want to? What do you want from him? He's a 70-year-old fucking white dude, 80, damn near 80-year-old white
but
dude.
that's
That's
a
been having as much
cop-out, fam.
No, it's not a cop out. That's what it is. Nigga been having his way for 50 years.
Yeah, but I've met other old rich white men that have been like that are old, very successful for themselves, and they're like they're not fucking racist assholes. So, matter of fact, ain't it that saying money and power doesn't change you, it just makes you more of what you are?
He's always had money and power. I think that counts a little different when you come from it versus you get it.
But you can be modest and coolish, nigga. I'll never forget when
right.
Like I was hanging woke. When I was hanging with like rich motherfuckers and shit, and like I was hanging with them, and I was feeling like I had to like ball, like try to like keep up, because I'm like I ain't trying to get stunted on by these niggas. And this nigga just like really pulled me off to the side and was like, yo, fam, chill. Like, we all having a good
time. Telling you to chill.
No, like he was telling me, like, yo, you don't have to feel, because like I decided not to come out a couple times because I'm like, my money wasn't right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Embarrassed or feel embarrassed.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, if my pockets ain't right, I ain't going outside. You feel me? Like on what they was on.
Right.
Pretty much how Kevin Hart was talking about hanging out with D Wade now. Like, nigga, we doing the same shit tomorrow. Like, I'm like, yeah, my bank account ain't set up like that. You feel me? I'm like, my pockets got to be right to be kicking it with y'all. Dude was like, dog, no, it's cool.
Chill.
He like, yo, yeah, he was like, chill. He was like, fam, I can't. He was like, nigga, I came from the street. He was like, I know who you are, fam. It's like, it's cool. He's like, just because I'm rich, I ain't better than you. Like, and you ain't better than me. Like, we cool. So it was like, in that moment, it was like the real moment where I'm like, all right, you, just because you got money, dog, don't mean that you an asshole. Right? It don't mean that it gives you more reason to be racist. At least. You know what I mean? Like, you got your choices. You don't gotta always be like, oh, I'm rich. I got a ball on motherfuckers and all types of shit. And this, that, and other. You gonna pull up in the hood to your homie's funeral in a Ferrari? No, it's even like, no, it's a funeral, fam. You might.
Is that what you normally drive, nigga?
You gonna pull up in a red Ferrari in front of a fucking funeral home just because you rich and be like, oh, I'm pulling out the Ferrari today. You could legit get in the motherfucking black Benz. You can get in the nice modest Benz and just pull up, and everybody would just be, oh, yeah, he's successful. But you want to stunt and be like, and leave everybody, oh, shit. That's what you want. You know what I mean? That shit's petty. You know what I mean? That's asshole shit because you have money. You feel me?
Okay, but I think that's a little, wow, the chat is really lighting up. I think that's a little different if you're not on the same level as a nigga. If you hit the lottery and you pull up in that red Ferrari, yeah, that's a little weird. If your rich homie passes away, you the other rich homie, I mean, that's not crazy to pull up on a red Ferrari. Like,
I'm talking about for like amongst people that pull, you're like, we hood niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you already know. Matter of fact, you done seen homie in the Navy, in the modest blue Charger. You done seen him. Just that like that's just his whip around car just to say fuck it with. But you know he got the Lambo or the Ferrari. You didn't need to pull into the funeral with the Ferrari is the point. It's like you could have been modest because it's not about you. And like if in a funeral sense, it'd be like it's about the mentality, the remembrance of this one person. You made this I'm gonna stun at everybody at this funeral and shit. That's what you thought when you left the house, whether you want to admit that shit or not.
Chat, I don't think we're talking about anything specifically racist. We're talking about more so of being a dick. Why would you be a dick and do that is more so the point. Am I right?
That's dickheadish behavior. But in the sense of white man and white rich man in America, you get a lot of racism. So that's where, you know what I mean?
Who is it? Grundle Butter? Another new person said, is it wrong for a white person with money to express interest in an individual not white, or is it just suspicious off the get no matter what? I mean, if you're gonna apply that to it, I mean, yeah, then that still makes what we're talking about a whole.
It's still vibe. It's still vibe.
No, because it's still that level of expectancy there. That's not crazy to pull up like that.
It is a little bit.
It's not. Okay,
it is.
If it's a black Ferrari, it's a funeral. Is it the fact it's a Ferrari or is it the color?
How many Ferraris are there? That like that matters too.
Why? What if you're the richest friend he has?
Oh, then that is nothing. That's just a regular everyday car. Like you probably see like 4, 5, 6 different Ferraris there. It's like, all right, cool. Like you rich, he was rich, there's a bunch of rich friends. It makes sense. But if you pulling up on Chicago, fam, for the wake, and
no, that's crazy.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, dog.
Okay, but that's here though. Imagine being in another country, like not Dread being from Finland. Motherfucker said not a single black man in the city and no one around black. But if there were, maybe a 70-year-old motherfucker might look at him different anyway.
Of course. That's the mentality.
So if you pulling up like that, I mean,
but that's a mentality that we deal with here every single day, which is
that's true too, though.
Then which is
because that does depend on where you're from.
Yeah, which is someplace. Let me school them real quick. We're from Michigan. We're from Detroit, but we're from Michigan. Michigan is very segregated as far as how the amount of people that aren't white into cities. Like Saginaw has an abundance of black people. Lansing, Detroit, Flint. There's these little spots, and they're spaced far apart within the state. In the mitten, if you look in the map, mitten in the United States, that's Michigan, and there are a bunch of different spots. Like there's about 5 or 6 cities that really actually house or have black people, Native American people, like an abundance of Asian, Latino. It's not all throughout the state. So it's real easy for somebody, let's say, in the middle of this no fucking where in butt fuck Michigan to go to school their entire life and be white because your entire neighborhood, your entire community is white. You don't live nowhere near any major city to never have contact with anybody of color. It's not uncommon. I worked with somebody that was like that. And he was cool as hell. But he knew and it was like, yo, fam, I had no idea what it would be like to be around somebody that was black or Latino until I started working with him. Because in my neighborhood, there was nobody. Yeah, and he was like, and there was people that I knew that was stark raving racist. And he was like, I'd never understood why, because we had nobody to be racist against. So, you know what I mean? There's nobody in your community. So hence, most things are just really carried down through generational racism and mentality. Nothing more, nothing less.
Regardless, at the end of the day, nigga, the perception is the perception depending on the environment, nigga. You only get to be Vince McMahon a few ways.
Yeah, and handed down especially
in America. You only get to be Vince McMahon
a lot of, I would say, a lot of, especially in past generational wealth America, like if you probably like 50, 60 years old today and you came from wealth, like your daddy, your granddaddy was rich. you probably have some really, at the very least, some racist idealisms. Yeah. Because a lot of the money we see.
Yeah, it depends on when you got granted.
Like I said, I'm not calling. I wouldn't say that you would be racist all out, right? Some of you wouldn't like. Well, some of them would have racist idealisms because a lot of that old money, that railroad money, all that old classic American money, a lot of that's blood money, bro.
I mean, I think
if we being real,
all to some degree, old American money is that because it was all, you know, the niggas that got the richest got off in a quicker way than they get off today. Got off in a worse way they get off today. They was giving them niggas crumbs for real. And that was when shit was like $1.
Yeah, you feel me? it was nasty. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point. So to me, it doesn't surprise me, or it didn't surprise me in no way that Vince McMahon was a racist. It was just kind of like when he was, I'm like, all right, I fucking knew it. Cool. You know what I mean? Love Mark Cuban though, and Steve Ballmer. I love those white guys. Like I love them. Huh?
Who the fuck is Steve Ballmer?
He's the owner of the Clippers, dog. Like for real. Because it's like you can tell. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, it's just the demeanor. It's like you not there looking at them like, what? Look at my niggers play basketball. Look at them run. Like you're not there for that. They are there and they love
the previous owner looked at it, but you know.
That's how. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he was in it for that. But
we're pissing off the chat. The chat is calling us unfair and racist.
We speaking facts.
That's unfair as hell, man. Money is money. It doesn't see color. It's the people. If you don't see America as the promised land, look at LeBron, Jordan, Jackson. America loves diversity, and you have a better chance to make it there than you do anywhere else in the world. Oh, you're not saying that. Oh, okay, my bad. I was thinking the general consensus was starting to get like, whoa, what are y'all talking about? Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but you know what I mean.
Okay, so because I was about to say, like, do I really have to defend my point again? Like
where are we going wrong?
Okay, yeah, I'm just like Jesus Christ. It's I'm actually trying to make this PC, like for real. But yeah, it's kind of like it's a fucked up dynamic, but it's like you can tell they're there for the love of the sport. Like for these people that are basketball owners, like they're there for the love of the sport. They love these players. They love the environment. The fact that they are Black or Latino or whatever, it doesn't matter to them. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, I made my billions in tech, or I made my billions in whatever. I own a team that has Black people on it, or it's majority Black people, but I love being here. You know what I mean? Like this is everything. I'm not watching, smoking my stogie on the sideline, like watch these niggas play basketball. Watch them dunk. Look at him. Like Donald Sterling was that guy. He was that guy. You know what I mean? Like, but everybody isn't like that. But it comes from old money, bro. Old money, entitled money, old mentality. Were we really surprised? It's something different if you're surprised. You feel me?
I think it's something different if you're surprised, and I think it's something different if it's new to you. Because it can be a surprise. Surprise is like hitting the lottery. If it's new to you, you might have been working for this shit. Now you get it, and it's something else. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
But if I'm in that position, the last thing I'm doing is pulling my dick out or accidentally sending the dick pic to staff.
but
or firing motherfuckers because they don't want to do things anymore. You know what I mean? That's weird.
As I would say this, that type of stuff happening.
That's that Weinstein shit.
Speaks to your character though. Like if you just feel like because you the CEO the founder of, or whatever the fuck, that you can just do that shit. And even if you did it by accident and got caught up for it, thinking it like, it'd be all right. It's cool. That does kind of speak to the like how shitty your character is and how shitty it could possibly be. So even without Vince McMahon doing that, the question would be, well, like, he probably is a racist too. You just ain't heard him say the word nigga yet. You know what I mean? Like, that's some bold shit. Cause that's some bold shit. Cause it ain't like this is just new news, bro. There's been like a couple weeks worth of news. You didn't step down right after it just came out. You thought it was gonna be okay.
Well, no, he did. But the thing was, he pretended to step down. He just pretended to step down. The same move he's pulling now with actual retirement is the shit he said that he did a month ago when they were investigating things. He was like, you know what? I'm going to let that dude, Nick and Stephanie, take over the company, and I'm going to just chill for a little bit. And then it came out that Vince was still running the shit behind the scenes. Now this shit done got real. Now he ain't got a choice.
Well, that's when.
So you already tried to play the public on that tip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the jig is up for real. You know what I mean? Because once they find out, and I mean once they find out, meaning like the people that are really coming for your ass find out that you just try to do, like, you know what I'm saying, a swift move and do what Robert De Niro did in Casino and just change his title up every couple of years. Like, I'm just an advisor, nigga. I ain't really a CEO right now. Yeah. And like, they coming for you, are like, nah, get them the fuck up out of here. Because we're going to make this a big deal. Matter of fact, we're going to go to it next, but we're going to make this so much of a big deal. We're going to have every fucking feminist group from Atlantic to Pacific showing up at every fucking event across the country, touring with WWE. We going to be on tour. And they going to flood it.
I feel that.
And despite how much money wrestling makes, that's loyal fucking
all right,
fans.
Peace, butter.
Like, and that's loyal fans, yo. People are gonna stop coming off the rip of they ain't gonna want to be outside being seen like that. Because all is gonna take somebody like, yo, look at these motherfuckers in line trying to get inside the joint. Some of that ticket revenue might cut in a quarter, maybe an eighth, maybe half in certain places. Or maybe you just like have to fucking have low-key venues and shit or move some shit on some Dave Chappelle shit. Simply because, like, yeah, you fucked up. You don't get the choice now. You gotta go. This is $1 billion enterprise. You gotta go.
You get to make the choice before that happens. So once it gets to the point where you don't have a choice, you didn't have a choice before they told you that. And you knew that because you were running it. Vince knew he was fucked up. That's why he tried to play that card. Same way how not every nigga, but a lot of niggas get in that situation or similar situations and they're playing that card.
Look, once you lose, I feel like you lose 100% power when you start having to hand out power over something that you're doing, whatever you're involved in, because you have to entrust other people to do jobs that you can't actually readily do because 24 hours in a day, you one person. So once you start doing that, which you can't avoid in $1 billion enterprise, there's no fucking way. There's no way you make $1 billion enterprise by yourself lonesome by yourself. No team, no management, no nothing. No way.
Yeah.
Unless you hit $1 billion lottery. There's no fucking way.
That's not an enterprise. That's just money.
Exactly. You know, but it's like an enterprise. There's no way you build it without, like, so you have to share all of this. Like, as far as power, because people have to have these jobs to do. Now, once the product becomes more important than your ass, that has a job up there, you gotta go. You gotta go because you gotta protect the product.
I was thinking about. You said what?
No, I was letting you go. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was thinking about that shit earlier today, like with Disney, Walt Disney. For no matter how much of a piece of shit you want to call him or think he is or read about, whatever the
person
is,
or
right?
the company.
That's what I'm talking. That is exactly what I'm talking about. The man built something so big, not necessarily by himself, but the inception was him, to the point that even before he died, but decades after he died, we don't even think about the man when we say Disney. We think about the fucking company that owns everything and the studios and the park. You don't think shit about the Walt. You don't think about Walt, nigga.
He was a big...
You think about Mickey Mouse and shit. You don't think about Walt.
Yeah,
the man he built something. The same thing. This is kind of similar with Vince, though. When Vince dies, being disgraced or not, when he moves on, the WWE is gonna still be.
But the thing is that you have to. Now, Walt Disney died. Like, he died. Like, that was just, like, he didn't get served no papers. He, you know what I mean? He didn't have to get removed for being.
Though. He documented as being a dickhead.
He was documented as being a dickhead, but he wasn't removed for being pro-Nazi. You know what I mean?
I mean, at that time it was different.
Yeah, no, for being pro-Nazi.
Today he would definitely be removed or canceled for being pro-Nazi.
100%.
And he was definitely that. I think we've hit our limit on that word. So yeah.
But it's like, y'all, like, come on, like, he went out just naturally. But once that became fact, the company itself had to go into an extra mode to try and unwrite that. But in reality, do they really need to? Because a lot of these movies are part of our childhood, didn't teach us anything anti-Semitic. It didn't teach us, you know what I'm saying?
But they also weren't the works of only Walt Disney. As you said, you can't build this type of shit by yourself.
Exactly. These stories, like all these stories and things that were converted into from the real
it's
fucking
insane to think that you can.
Yeah, like
outside of maybe music, it's insane to think that you can.
The OG Grimm Brothers.
Even that's not a one-man process.
Yeah, the OG Grimm Brothers books, fairy tales that got turned into like these beautiful Disney movies and shit. That had to get made by somebody, bro. Walt Disney came on with the motherfucking mouse. Okay, like he didn't come up with motherfucking Alice in Wonderland and shit for real. That shit already existed. It was already a book. He didn't write it. Like, it was adapted.
Well, that was the thing. Disney. That's the funny shit about Disney too. They get off on, they get off on shit that was what they call it, public domain, and then they try to lock all their shit down to make sure it's never public domain.
Was it because they have the funding to do so?
Well, no, we talked about that a few episodes back, nigga. They're doing that now. I think in Florida and California, they're trying to make it where they can't keep doing that because it's like Disney got a monopoly on everything. It's fucking crazy. You can't use their character. They get to renew their copyright before anybody gets to touch their copyright. That's crazy. That's cheating.
Yeah, because that's but that's funding though. Like when you have if you got enough money, straight up, simple as this. If you got enough money to where you can just funnel $500,000 straight to this one person that's in the registry office for patents, and they only job is they just do their regular job every other day. They just do their patent job. But when that fucking one comes up, there's a Disney one, they gotta immediately give that call. You can slowly funnel. You ain't gotta be 500,000 just straight out flat. Slowly funnel 500,000, not even a whole million. And they paying taxes on that bit. And yeah, I'm gonna give you that call. Like, yo, fam, that Winnie the Pooh John is coming up like tomorrow. So we need that John today.
That's what I was gonna go to next, nigga. It is.
Yeah, and now that's your public domain because they didn't get that message in time because somebody didn't pick up their motherfucking phone.
No, that shit happened because of what we was talking about.
Oh, straight.
Yes,
they said they have
niggas
to let
don't want them to keep having just outright copyright on everything forever. It's insane. It's not fair to creators or anybody. It's not fair to this. It's not fair to the system and creators. Let's say for sure. Off top of my head, I can say those two. It's not fair to the system because the system was built to have that cycle be a thing. It's not fair to the creators because this fucking with the system and won't let the creators create things around that. That's why when the Winnie the Pooh shit came up, it was Winnie the Pooh and a couple other ones. Disney saved, I think, the other ones at the time, but Winnie still slipped out there. So now you can use Winnie the Pooh. You can't use Igor and Piglet, but you can allude to them. You can do all the little shit around the universe and shit, but you can use Winnie the Pooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they're making a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. That's the whole thing. And when we talked about that,
we said that shit was going to happen before it happened, and there's a poster for it now. It's happening.
It was a poster for it back when we talked about it. But
really,
but the thing, that's how I learned about it. But the thing about it is that public domain shit is supposed to be a way for after a nigga, you get like what 75 or 99 years or something, 50 years to create the thing, make a product, or after you do it, you trademark it, it's making you money. You the one that get it. After that, it gets to be cycled out, and now other people can play with it too. That's fair. I think they should do the same shit with music and all the music that's not all the music that's public domain, but a lot of the music that's public domain is garbage. I feel like music should be on a similar thing. Artists should have to renew their copyrights every couple of years, and we should have options with music to be able to let other artists use your shit for a certain fee so niggas don't have to get sued and go through all the rigmarole and shit.
I agree with half of what you said. The beginning of the end, I don't. But yeah, the end of that, yeah. I
think the shit.
In my opinion, I don't believe that any music held on by a musician that owns, or artist, I should say, that owns their masters in any type of way, masters in their publishing should be public domain and without the consent of the artists themselves. Like, I don't like, and to me, that goes into like, yeah, everyone should own their masters or would own their masters in a perfect fucking world because it's like, yo, that's the money. You know what I mean? But
that's not even a game no more. What?
But overall, like, yeah, like, I think it should be simple. Like, if I know you make music and there's 3 bars that I want to like pitch and loop into, I don't want to say 3 bars, let's say 2. Like, just pitch and loop into a beat that I made for someone else. All I should have to do is call you and be like, yo, is it cool if I do this? And you say yay or nay, and it's either done or it's not. It shouldn't be some, yo, yeah, I got to call my label first and make sure that that's cool with them. So if they hear it, that they ain't going to sue you because I said yeah and shit. So, yeah, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you did the shit. You said it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You said it. Like, that's where it's like I say with the publishing shit, is like where it's kind of like, I feel like you kind of have to own that shit too, because it's like, I'd be looking at a label like, yo, man said it. That's my man's. I'm paying my man's for some shit that he said. for 2 bars. And what? I can't because you own it? Like, that's fucking wild. No, we need that bad. We need that bad. That's wild. What you own is wild. I thought about this today. Shout out to all my Stranger Things fans around the world. If you fuck with Stranger Things, I fuck with you. Anyway,
there's a song, fanboy now,
bro. I'm deep in it. Deep. Anyway, there's a song by Kate Bush that is.
Yeah, I've been hearing it everywhere. I know.
Yeah.
You mean the lady that even you didn't know who existed until you watched Stranger Things? Yeah.
No, I heard that song before. It was actually the first time I actually heard it was on Pain and Glory, on Ransom's album that he released a couple years back and shit. And he used this. It was he used that in a snippet for as a sample and shit with a song with him and Joe Budden on it. That was the first time I heard it because it's like he uses a man to do the hook and shit. That is the hook of that Kate Bush song. Right. And I was like, I know these words. Like, what do I know it from? Then Ransom re-released Pain and Glory. And I reheard it. I'm like, there we go. Like, that's where I heard it first. But like that song, that song been popping, bro. And it was like, I'm starting to hear it on, like, mind you, at my workplace, there's a lot of white music that's played. A lot of different white American stations. A lot of different genres. I've never, ever heard this song played on any of these stations until the past, like, 2-3 weeks. And it's everywhere. On all of these stations. It played on a fucking 60 station. Nigga, twice.
That's been going on for like 4 weeks.
I know. I watched the show. Like, I'm aware. But I was just, like, what my thing was, I was like, yo, if she don't own her masters, which I'm probably sure she doesn't, it's because Kate Bush she's not Madonna. Like, if she don't own her publishing, she probably don't, because she's probably not Madonna. I'm assuming. Because this is the only song I know that's popular by Kate Bush.
Exactly.
And that's because of pretty much the show now.
Exactly. That's the only reason anybody knows it, except for the people that knew it back then.
Yeah.
And maybe samples they've heard of it.
It hit me Wednesday night when I was listening to the shit on the way fucking home from work. It was like, yo, she probably got out of a royalty check out of nowhere that was fat as fuck and was like, what the hell just happened? A royalty check. Like, not a publishing one, not a master's check, because she probably don't own those. Probably don't. That was a deep core fucking from labels at that time.
I mean,
80s? There was fucking people in the 80s. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. What you talking about a fat royalty check? Maybe. What's fat?
Yo.
What's fat?
Yo. Look.
That's the real question. What's fat?
Stranger Things has like the biggest fucking, like, the most viewing hours from Netflix, like, in streaming history.
That's
like
cute. That's cute. What's her cut?
You got the world playing this record overnight. Even if, and assuming so, masters and publishing isn't owned, she probably at the least saw $150,000 check overnight. At the least, royalties.
I think that's being generous, but okay.
At the least.
That's generous.
Nigga, that song's everywhere. It might as well have a fucking Justin Bieber feature. That shit is everywhere.
It's generous still.
I'd have to check the Billboard.
It's up there. You know what splits look like, right? No, you don't. But if you had that, you do. So you know what splits look like.
Yeah.
We talking about them on streaming and sales. And who knows what the fuck they going off of for her from back then.
Nigga, they remastered
$150,000.
that track. Like specific, like
that money
like
went
the
to the label. She gets money. No.
She has to get a royalty.
No. That's not how that works. If the label remasters your song, that's a new song, buddy. They own that. So what happens? She gets paid off the original version. You go on that bitch and you play her version and she put out then, yeah, she get paid off that. That remaster, that's the label that own that. They get that.
Oh,
you don't get that.
Now, 75,000.
Now I can see that. Yeah. But nigga, 150, as I said, that's generous.
I'm gonna say we taking out the remaster. If that
the version that's playing now is the version you heard on Stranger Things. She is not getting close to anything on that other than maybe a writing credit. That's probably all she's getting.
I do know. I'm about to say I do know that motherfucking they label.
If she got fucked,
the label that's hold.
If not, she caked up.
I'm sure she getting fucked. Because I know
she got fucked, that's maybe
I know for a fact she getting fucked. Like that's what I do know because I know her and Metallica got fucked on that Stranger Things soundtrack because of all the songs.
Metallica gets fucked all the time though because none of their master shit is all together.
No,
I complain about that shit every 5 years.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how I know there was some fucking involved because when you go on, if you look at the season 4 soundtrack of Stranger Things. Nigga, every song is pretty much there, like that you can listen to, except for 2 songs, which is the most popular songs on like that are part of the whole season, which is "Master of Puppets" by Metallica and "Running Up That Hill" by Kate Bush. Like those are the only, like those are the 2. Those are the highlights of the fucking season. They're not there.
Mm-hmm. But if you go look them up for them. They're there.
Mm-hmm. They're there. Mm-hmm. They're definitely there. Mm-hmm. And Metallica
still working that shit out. That's why.
I wonder if Metallica's label did them double dirty. Actually, now that we're talking about it, because
Metallica, I think, has been working on owning their shit like the last few years. But the problem is Metallica's records tied up in between so many niggas.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
And I was about to say too, like they might have done them double dirty too, because I know. They already did like 1 or 2 remasters for Master of Puppets, and I think in that same album that that's like the first like 2, I think for sure Metallica albums. They already did remasters for them, so if they have to restructure for those every couple years, that's going to be double fucked because like already, and the triple fuck would have been remastering the remaster to Master of Puppets specifically for Stranger Things. Which would have been all right, yeah, we still hold on to your shit and you still get it this way.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, the music industry nasty. God damn it, it's nasty. It's disgusting. You want to do that for real? You want to rap? Mm-hmm. You want to be Paperboy from Atlanta?
I own my shit. The problem is I currently own 100% of nothing. That's my game. I gotta flip that.
All we gotta do
because artists that own they shit ain't getting no help.
All we gotta do is get you on a tour and get you in Europe, bro. And none of us have to come back.
Hey,
we all good.
Hey, this YouTube shit keep working, this Twitch shit keep popping, and I keep going the way I should and keep making time for it the way I need to. God damn it, we might fuck around and get a European tour.
Shout out to our European listeners.
Be worried about America no more.
We didn't even know we had people in Finland. Shout out to Finland. Fuck with y'all.
No, it was the first time here. It's the first time he just randomly clicked us.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Fuck with y'all.
And I apologize, y'all. Usually when I'm on, or those of you that are still here, or those
he don't read
that
good
are listening
too.
To the vibe. No, I don't read quickly when I'm intoxicated, for one.
You don't read good, nigga.
For 2, motherfucking, I usually stream by myself. The podcast is once a week on here. And usually when I'm streaming by myself, I can answer every single thing. But, when I'm just having a conversation and we podcasting, nigga, we podcasting. You got to respect it, you dig?
You know what I would kind of like, as a consumer, I would actually respect and love that. Like to get is a live take just of what motherfuckers think of like somebody that I follow thinks with somebody else. Like just a live, that's cool.
What you mean?
Like what people are watching on Twitch. Like you do the Twitch. That's your shit. You know what I mean? But a diet, because you can think one way wholeheartedly, and I can completely agree. I mean, agree or disagree. A lot of times I disagree. And then when that happens, you know what I mean? It makes for content. I'd be cool to see that live instead of just edit it down and then I'm getting it later.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. The question is, and when it's live, especially, is what's the pull to tuning into it live, nigga? Why do I want to watch you live? Are you cute? Are you cool? Do you look like you're cool or cute? What happens? Like, what do I know you from? That's why usually the people that are popular on Twitch or get popular on Twitch nowadays are known for doing something somewhere else.
Well, that's most people. That's most people. I mean, like, OnlyFans was hella pop. And then you got the people that was like, oh shit, I can own my porn masters.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not really. No, they'll remove your shit real quick. So it's not really.
Yeah, but
they'll give you 100% of your pay.
Yeah,
they'll take your video.
Yeah, that's shit. That's just as good. That's just if you someone like Lisa Ann or some shit.
If you want to really archive your shit,
matter of fact,
you gotta have your own website.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you someone like Misty Stone, some shit like nigga, you could just own your own shit.
That's good branding and marketing.
You know what I'm saying? And then like right there, first video. Like, and we talk, but the thing is, but the thing is about being famous and being a woman or whoever in OnlyFans and shit. If you famous already, you could do simple shit and make more money than the person that's fucking like actually getting fucked on cam, which is wild. Fam. Yeah, matter of fact, right now, right the fuck now, if Hermione from Harry Potter, I'm sure all our UK listeners relate. If Hermione for Harry Potter started to do like release an OnlyFans, that's all the fuck she got to do first. She getting all the followers.
Everybody, she break the record. Whatever the current record
off the rip, son.
She break it
right after. And guess what? And her first thing, and the first thing she do, and the first thing she do, and the first thing she do is a bundle, nigga, is release a bundle of 12 feet pics. Nothing more, nothing less. Bundle of 12 feet pics. She gonna make $60 million off feet, nigga. Off 24 hours, $60 million off feet.
But a girl like her in her current position would have to be pretty fucked up to do it. As even though you're right,
it's a play. It's play.
Not for her.
Yes, it is.
It's not for her.
Look. Bad. Was the fucking bad baby, bad boy, whatever the fuck.
You don't be in that position.
The Catch Me Outside girl. No, the Catch Me Outside girl.
We talking about two different levels of celebrity, nigga.
Son.
I know what happened. We talked about it. I know.
Son.
I saw her OnlyFans. We know.
Son.
Her OnlyFans is trash. We know.
Son. And raked in the record over a weekend.
No. She set the record.
Yeah, I said rake in the record over the weekend. Nigga. For doing absolutely nothing. There was nothing special about what she did. Nothing.
I saw the leak.
Nothing. That's some shit that you send to your 14-year-old boyfriend and shit when you're a 14-year-old girl. That's it.
She wasn't 14 when she did it. Don't put that out there.
No, what I'm saying is like that is the shit that you would send if you were 14.
I was 14. I was sending wild shit. I was for sure sending dick pics at 14.
Look.
For sure.
Look, 100%. we come from a different era. You send a dick pic in high school, probably today, you look crazy as hell. They're gonna probably shame you.
Nah, I think they get down probably more than we did.
Look, fam.
If you look at it, if you look at how shit be sometimes,
look,
see all these teenagers going crazy.
100. George dated the chick in high school that and I dated that bitch too, that got caught up for giving a BJ and getting caught for it. Okay, you know this person.
That's different. That's different.
No, but what I'm saying is, hold up. But here's the deal.
But here's the deal. Get caught on an iPhone 3 and be worried about it 20 years later.
But here's the thing. She was like there were certain people at that point in time that shamed her about it, and it was like, well, yeah, in my head,
that was the thing.
It was
not normal ever.
And it was, but here's the thing. It was mostly the girls are like, oh, you suck dick. Oh, this, that, and the other. I was fucking white bitches that heavy at that point in time. That was all giving BJ. So I'm just like, I ain't fucking with y'all because y'all think that shit's gross. Bitch, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, but that was a thing. Senior year pops off. Same shit pops off. Maybe like 2 years after it happened to her on the other side of the campus again. It was a big event then. Dad pulled up to the crib and tried to whoop little homie's ass. It was all a spectacle. It was outside. It was crazy. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
When that happened, I was legit appalled at that point in time. Being a senior, I was appalled at the fact that everybody got it, including me. Like everybody got this group video of chick giving dome behind the stairway. And it was like, yo, y'all niggas is acting wild. Like, motherfuckers like, yo, you see the video? Like, nigga. I'm like, it wasn't even me. And I'm just like, yo, like, you act like you ain't never seen a porno before, nigga? Like, what? Right, you ain't never got no dome phoning? Never. Maybe you know what I mean? Like, right, like, we're trying to, like, displace this as something that's, like, things that don't happen. Like, that's wild. You know what I mean? Like, your girl give you dome, don't she? Like, what the fuck is... Yeah, she got caught. Dumbass. Like, there's nothing more to it than that. You feel me? Like, it to me, it's like, there's really no matter to that. You feel me? Like, that shouldn't really much matter. Because you gonna do, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you doing on your own accord. Fine. The fact that you can make, as a celebrity, extraordinary amount by doing absolutely nothing, and shorty over here got to do all of something to get $3 a fucking month subscriptions. Crazy.
It's not crazy. It's the market.
Bad baby ain't really buying, like,
same
ain't selling nigga shit.
Same thing how we just talked about with Twitch. And then I gotta take a piss. The same thing how we just talked about with Twitch, bro. If I know you from something else, then yeah, I'm gonna go to your OnlyFans. I have a reason to. But if you just old girl from up the street and you just cute and I don't know you from nowhere, first off, yeah, your shit needs to be $3 first off, because it needs to be affordable for me to want to even think it's cool for me to check it out. Just because you're cute and I think you're cute. And I don't know you from anything.
Bitches get 5,000 likes on one post and be like, I'm charging $20 like for OnlyFans. Like, yeah.
I never forget, bro. There was this one shit that will remain nameless. I tried to coach her. Through it. She asked for my help. I told her I'd help her. I told her I'd set it up. Then she got mad at me, didn't want me to set it up. Then she tried to set it up herself for some reason. And she was an old girl from up the block, just a cute one that didn't know no better and just wanted to see what was up. She said, I'm gonna go charge $30 like Bad Baby.
The fuck?
Think she made any money? No.
Look, you take a piss. I'm gonna explain market real fast, just off of what you just said. I'm gonna explain market value. All right. Check it. I love all my peoples around the world. I love all my peoples across the pond. I love all my peoples stateside. I'm gonna keep this 100. People need to understand their market value. Check this. If you have a talent, once upon, like, I don't know, like, we call it here in America a skill that is an advanced skill not most people can do and shit. We call it a trade. I don't know if you call it that over there, but we call it a trade. Trade skill hands for projects or abilities for cash. In a sense of working in a factory, being a stonemasonry, laying down concrete, building, shit like that. Trade work. You feel me? So understand, when you have an ability such as, you know what I mean, a skill trade, you can, in certain places, bargain for more money depending on the necessity of said skill and the market of said skill depending on where you're at. Simply put is this. And if some of our listeners, shout out to y'all, if y'all thinking about making an OnlyFans or thinking about getting you and your girl in your OnlyFans or whatever the fuck, think about this. All right, like on some real shit, honest to God. So, all right, you know you starting off in the game. You can be that low entry level, and you technically are that low entry level trade worker, meaning you just learned how to do the shit, got your camera set up, got your ring light, you know what I mean? All, you know what I'm saying, camera set up and all that shit. Sound, audio, anglings, you got all this good to fucking go. But nobody knows who the fuck you are. You go into this shit and it's like, yo, I'm gonna charge $30 a sex tape because my sex tapes is fire and I feel just as sexy as Lisa Ann. Guess what? No one knows who the fuck your non-sexy Lisa Ann looking ass looks like. So if no one knows what your non-sexy Lisa ass who is, you are just putting out a video out there or a subscription out there for $30 fucking dollars. That's all you doing. If you have no Instagram presence, there ain't no boobage out there. You ain't got no no bikini pictures. You ain't got no lingerie. There's like at least even a nice little skimpy outfit with an ass poking out. It can even be booty shorts. It don't even fucking matter. You have no following whatsoever. And you try to make an OnlyFans, it's not really gonna go nowhere. Especially if you're throwing out bundles, even if the sex tapes is fire for $30 a pop.
Bitches don't even be having bundles.
Look, you
gotta know the market to manipulate it. If you don't, then you just
know your market.